4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome everyone to the Panoramic podcast. I am one of your many hosts. I am the one and only Uncle Shazam here, and I'm bringing you live always here on Panoramic Gaming Channel here every Monday nights. And as joined as always, please welcome um our always lovely guests. Please welcome Mr. Aristotle. How you doing, sir?
Doing good. Doing
Righty,
fine. It's
righty
another
on,
Monday.
right on. And welcoming back, welcome back, Mr. Sicknick. How you feeling, dude?
I'm feeling fine.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Taking this with a nice roughy start here. So, all right. So as we curve out the edges of the show, make sure you guys tune into Panoramic Gaming and make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, like, and make sure you also leave a comment for more content here on Panoramic Gaming. So, kicking off the show here, so as 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 you can obviously see, um, trendy topics to talk about. So so Nick, is this your new one? Psychopath versus sociopath?
Yep.
All right. Why don't you go ahead take it away for us on that note.
Okay, so for those who've heard of these terms before, I'm sure you all have used it in your life. But if you ever accuse someone of being a psychopath or sociopath, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that kind of don't really know the difference between the two. While both can be very cold and murderous, there is a very big difference between a psychopath and a sociopath. Now, keep in mind, I'm not taking psychology class whatsoever. This is just research I decided to look up on my own, only out of curiosity. So I just want to ask, do any of you guys know the difference between a psychopath and a sociopath?
I know psychopath. I can understand that psychopath is more you're I guess you do more of the mind games to a singular person, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I could be wrong. And then sociopath, so I'm thinking socio, so I'm thinking social, so maybe to a group of more, a group of
Okay.
more. I know I'm wrong, but please.
Oh no, no, no! Don't worry. I just want to hear what you guys think or know what a psychopath and a sociopath are. If you're wrong, that's totally okay. Because at least you'll learn something out of this. What about you, Air? What do you think the difference is between a
Oh, pick me,
psychopath?
Professor. Pick me.
Hmm?
Okay, so I think a psychopath is someone that kills with no remorse. Actually, they both kill with no remorse, but the sociopath kind of knows what he's doing. Like, he knows exactly and methodically what he's doing to the people. And psychopath is just all out psycho.
Okay, well, as much as I do like your answers, it's actually the other way around
Oh,
for
shit.
how you guys answered. From what I learned, a psychopath is, the psychopath is murderous, ruthless, cold, and calculating, but they're also very smart in what they do. Like, if they know that murder is outright, you know, bad, they'll do what they can to commit their atrocious act, but in a very discreet way where hopefully no one is gonna find out. Like they'll do whatever it takes to cover their tracks, even if it means, becoming a part of the crowd where no one's gonna suspect it's him or her.
Wait, you're talking about psychopaths, right?
Yeah, that's what a psychopath is. Now, a
Oh,
sociopath, on the other hand, they're a lot more straightforward in what they do. Like they pretty much have no. They're incapable of
feeling.
showing emotion in what they do or how the person feels. So yeah, so you could say that a psychopath is actually a lot more. I guess they're a lot more. How do you put this? Deceiving than a sociopath is. But when at the end of the day, the one thing they both share in common is they're both murderous and ruthless in their endeavors.
It's funny because I always thought it was the other way around as well.
That's actually what I thought too. But then,
Yeah.
based on research from what I looked at, I was actually surprised to find the opposite is true. The next uh,
Segment.
topic. Yeah, the next segment we'll be getting into, or at least the next two segments we'll be getting into.
Okay, the more you learn. Brought to you by Nick Cauton.
All right. We'll
All right,
focus.
Phil. Can you
Alright.
tell us what happened on Saturday or
So
Friday?
so this has pretty much been like one of those really like ongoing stories. I've been trying to kind of understand what's going small kind understand a little bit what's going on. So as of this past Friday, so apparent I'm gonna try to put it in much more understandable terms because I'm pretty sure not everyone will understand it. So I'll put it like in terms like this. So apparently the entire House, the Senate, everyone in DC is pretty much just fighting amongst each other, literally. So they're just like a
More
bunch of
specific?
they're basically a bunch of kids bickering back and forth.
That's pretty much how I see government, so I'm not surprised. Can we please get a new party in there, please?
The
Because my
sociopath
God,
party?
so
So so with that said, um so pretty much this pretty much just led to a government shutdown. Now, the government shutdown, as we all know, um, has a very powerful effect to put a lot of people out of work for a certain time. So people who work under the federal government, um, medical, nurses, hospitals, whatsoever, uh, army, military, anyone anyone who works that are tied to the federal government. Um, there's there's a very likely chance you may not be working for the next time or so until our government decides to get their shit together and act and
which I doubt they ever will.
well, because it's funny you mentioned that because I was able to get I didn't get to look at the update today, but apparently I saw it on my feed apparently um that that pretty much everyone has came together and came to the agreement and they stopped their fighting and their bickering. So
It's funny
but
because what I heard was I thought they were kind of boycotting Trump's recent actions.
yeah, because of the whole DACA vote.
The whole immigrant thing and whatnot.
Yeah. So so pretty
Legal
so so
immigrants.
so pretty much we are really in the dark times.
Immature.
Immature, but also we are really entering the dark times.
Right. By the way, you spelled affected wrong. It's affected.
Affect. My apologies.
Sorry about that.
So, okay, but
But
but my, my
yeah.
but my question, if you weren't affected, did you know anyone else who may have been affected and may have to suffer the result of maybe not be in or out of work?
Uh,
So if you know anyone, um, shout us. My my heart goes out to you guys if you guys just so
Aren't you
happen
affected, Phil?
s- Luckily, I was not. So I just pretty much made it like right under the baseline,
Radar.
right on yeah right literally right on the radar. So I was like, okay, great. So that means I'm still working. So that means so that pretty much means yeah, I'm safe. So literally so basically the main point is it's really what comes to the point on how our country decides to spend to pretty much to pretty much figure out what the hell they're gonna spend on. And one of those things was the DACA bill for the immigrants, and then so but enough enough of me getting into
Political.
political stuff. Air, please
Now
take
let's talk
away take away with Genesis 5 and your overview
at
or
the end
review. Excuse me,
that
overview review.
including bubble heads. So at level
Oh,
50 Panoramic,
wait, what is this?
strength
Oh,
2.
we are in trendy topics.
No, I'm hearing something from Nick's end.
Sorry about that. I was just trying to look for a paused moment. I didn't mean to play that video.
Got it.
There's a podcast that you'll be professional now.
Okay. Sorry.
You're watching your
Anyways,
phone, but yeah, okay. So Genesis, I watched the stream on Saturday and got back on Sunday and finished it off. And yeah, Genesis is looking a lot different because the past four Genesis, always been Mango and Armada in the grand finals, which Armada took the last three. Yeah, last three. So I was hoping Mango could get his redemption, but nope, he finished fifth place. So it wasn't his tournament. And it's funny that both Armada and Mango got sent to losers bracket
huh?
from the same guy. Can you guess who it is, Phil?
How many guesses do I have?
Who later on won the tournament and beat Hungrybox?
Let me guess. Okay. Okay.
I'll
So
give you two guesses.
two guesses. Is it Mewtwo King?
Nope, he didn't make it top eight, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
He didn't
it was
make
that
top
tough.
eight?
It was that tough of a tournament, dude. SFAT didn't make it. Westball didn't make it. Mewtwo King didn't make it. I know.
Plup?
All the. Wow, you got it.
Plup?
Was he was a wild card, right?
What?
Yeah. And I was kind of foreseeing this already. Maybe a couple years ago, like Pup was on the rise, as the new superstar in Melee. And 2 years later, man, he takes it a grand champion against
Congratulations.
Mango and Armada. So
Congratulations to Plup.
congrats, Plup, the youngest Smasher and also the youngest to beat H-Box and Armada
Holy crap.
in the same tournament. So congrats to him. A new saga has begun, I guess, for
Damn.
Melee. I don't know. I guess in contrast, can you think of a time in, I guess, wrestling where a new superstar kind of took the reins from an older
Uh,
superstar?
okay, it's I guess
I just see a comparison.
I guess in from that aspect it's I think when back in '05 I think I'm saying that right. Yeah, back in
Evolution.
no back in '05 when pretty much it was pretty much the rise of John Cena
Mmm.
and where it all culminated at WrestleMania 21 and what kicked off that the legacy that he had led for like that he leads for the next decade.
Right.
Having all these accolades, being 16-time champion, U.S. champion, all these accolades together, like that's like
Biggest meme.
yeah, because prior to that because prior to that you had the champions of the modern time. You had Triple H, you had your JBL, who but when it came to the rise of like John Cena and also Dave Batista as well.
Mm. Mm.
So
Yep.
so
So you had two in that aspect.
yeah. So pretty much that's the I guess that'd be a very contrast line there. So
Right.
But speaking of wrestling, going to give a shout out to Monday Night Raw for celebrating 25 years on the air.
Oh wow.
So I'm haven't yet to go.
Been that long.
Yeah, haven't got. I saw a couple clips, couple spoilers. So, but I will watch the show later. But other than that, more importantly, congratulations to Plup.
Mm-hmm.
Can't,
New saga has begun,
a
dude.
new saga, literally a new saga, a new legacy.
Because Hungrybox hasn't lost in 7 tournaments, so it's 8 months
You know it.
undefeated,
It's
and
funny.
Plump finally
It's funny because I
oh,
swear I thought I would see Hungry Box um like
destroy him.
like skyrocket the second at Shine 2017 when he beat Mango in grand finals.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was like already like shooting straight
Yeah,
far.
he looked pretty invincible at that point, but man, everyone was going for Plup, and he didn't let us down, man.
But
So
damn, good.
I was pretty elated. It was really fun, and no shame to Hungrybox, but props to him. Even though
Oh,
he is the heel right now, so no one really loves him. But it's kind of contrast to how Stone Cold and The Rock are
yeah,
back in the '90s.
that is
Both
very true.
superstars, but one hated and one loved. So
True, very much true. So, but damn. But okay. Oh,
yep.
that's some crazy stuff. Okay, so taking it down the ladder here. We are going through video games and streaming. So, Nick, take it away. And what is happening in the world of Fallout 4?
Okay, so last week I was supposed to share a build that I constructed, which sadly I didn't get around to do that, but this is my chance to do that now. Along with that is also a brand spanking new build I'm trying out, and oh my god, they're both really fun. Now, if you're really into stealth and sniping from the shadows, this build is for you, especially if you're really into post-apocalyptic uh, immersion. So he's known as the survivalist hunter, and to play this build right, um, you'll have to focus a lot on your silent attack perks, your rifleman perks, your big league perks, your sneak perks, uh, and for extra added immersion, play it in survival mode and completely turn off your HUD. I'm not kidding. It becomes a completely different game with the HUD off. I promise you.
Is it just
Damn.
as challenging, or a lot more
It's
challenging?
it's it's surprisingly a lot more challenging because um you know this is how I actually played the build, because ammo becomes a part of your weight in survival mode. I'm using a combat shotgun and a combat rifle, by the way, which if you look at it, they're kind of like the same weapons,
Mhm.
almost aesthetically at least. But this is what I did. So at maximum, the combat rifle uses 40 bullets of whatever ammunition you're using, and the combat shotgun uses 32 bullets of what you're using. And because I'm trying to keep my weight at an absolute minimum while also carrying like some necessary food and water for me to survive out in the apocalyptic wasteland, I only carry one magazine of both weapons, no reloads. And I'm not gonna lie, it's very challenging trying to keep count of how many shots you fired and making sure your shots count. It's extremely realistic to
So what
say.
happens when you lose ammo in the middle of a fight?
What happens if you lose ammo in the middle of a fight?
Like you run out,
You gotta
or you
run.
just run away?
You have to run. Either
No
that,
melee weapon.
um,
Melee weapon.
you have a melee weapon, but unless you're feeling gutsy enough to charge a guy head on with a gun in the middle of a gunfight, don't try it. this build is about being sneaky and survive. No heroics.
And in survival mode, when you die, what happens?
You have wherever your game last saved, like yeah, wherever your game was last saved after you went to sleep because a
So last
hard
checkpoint.
yeah, that's your
Damn.
last check.
It must
That's
be
the
frustrating.
game.
So you have to constantly save and stuff. So
Something
you don't
like
have to
that,
start
yeah.
over.
But at the same time, it also does good on your character's health in the game because if you don't sleep for a certain amount of time, you're gonna suffer some devastating consequences, which is like fatigue and all that stuff. So really, not only are you watching yourself in the middle of combat, but you also have to keep yourself at peak efficiency for your health, which is pretty much just like what you have to do in real life, and it's goddamn challenging. I love it though. I freaking love it.
I would love to watch you stream it, but you don't have
Yeah.
a Twitch or,
Well,
or YouTube.
what I could do is I could record like 15 minutes of gameplay, and then just publish the video from there. That's the best
Yeah.
I can do with my PS4.
Do a new series like Surviving with Nick. How to survive.
Or
Dude
There-
versus Wild.
versus Wild, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
All
this well, okay, that's squared away, but this one is actually a little bit more straightforward. And if you guys love to burn things down to the ground, this is also another great build for you. Basically, this is a pyromaniac build, and all she uses are a flamethrower, a shish kebab, which is a flaming katana, and Molotov cocktails. That's it. That's all she uses. And it's pretty fun if you really like to burn people alive and burn things to the ground. So that's all I got for now.
So I'm guessing while you go through the wasteland, you're playing "This Girl Is on Fire."
Say that, yeah.
This girl is
Or if you guys played TF2, if you've seen a trailer of TF2 called The Pyro, there's this song called "Do You Believe in Magic?" I suggest you guys watch the
I got the
video.
magic. Sorry, not that song. I know, but the song's stuck in my head.
It's
All right.
really fun.
Pyromaniac. Who you, Nick, was a pyromaniac? Anyway, Phil, why don't you take it away with your games of the week?
Well, thank you. So, always, always, always slowly improving. Even though I'm getting there. So as
Into 5 kills.
yeah, getting to that 5 kills in PUBG. Still time to time. Still still playing Tekken 7. Still playing Street Fighter 5. Also, earlier before this podcast, before you called me, one of my coworkers, John Q, shouts to you Q, had invited me to play Fortnite on PS4, and I did.
Wow.
So I was only able to play about a
Couple games.
A couple games with him.
Dude, tell him to join our server.
It's funny because I gotta because the sad thing is he doesn't have a PC. I'm like, and I told him like after work, it's like, dude.
No.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, bro, you gotta jump on the PC. The PC.
Yeah, dude. As much as I love console too, once you go PC, you can't go back.
I mean, I'm trying to
Multiplayer what?
I'm trying to balance the force between. Gosh, I'm not the chosen one, but you know what I mean. So
Yeah, I got it.
I'm on the same boat with you there. Just so you know.
so balancing the force between between console and PC, but still. So overall, Fortnite, no matter how cartoonish it looks, I love it. I thought the gameplay itself, I don't, and
It's pretty much a cartoon PUBG.
yeah, pretty much. And then like if you know me very well that I'm known for friendly kills until Stanley came in.
Yeah. You and Stanley are pretty notorious
Yeah.
for killing everyone but the enemy.
Yeah. So thank
I'll get my
goodness.
fair share.
So
Speaking, yeah, go ahead.
so thank goodness for Fortnite. There's no friendly kills, or like I don't pay for the mistake of friendly kills. I'm like, or I don't walk the li- the line of
Tightrope.
shame. Yeah, the tightrope of shame, um, of having friendly kills. So
I'll be honest, I've had my one share of friendly kills, which purely was an accident. I don't know the
Sure.
name of that guy that played with us that one time, but I will share you a very short story of how it happened. So I had an S12K, which by the way is my favorite shotgun in all of PUBG, and there was a guy in front of him that I was trying to kill because he was the enemy, but it just so happened that that guy on our team, I shot him on accident with the S12K, all
Damn.
because he got in the way. I'm like, what the hell, dude? You walked right into my line of fire. How the hell could you do that? And we were like, we weren't angry at each other or anything, but we were kind of like blaming each other of who killed who. So really, to this day, I kind of feel like it's his fault for walking into my line of
Wait,
fire.
did you kill him?
Well, not really. I knocked him down,
Oh,
but
okay.
that eventually led to his untimely demise by the enemy player, along with mine.
But at least you
Because,
didn't kill him like Phil did.
true,
well,
Phil's killed
true.
me a couple times.
speaking of
Envy
that,
you.
I've actually run over you guys, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I just want to know, how did that happen?
What,
Because I
running
thought
What?
it was
running
pretty
over?
F. You ran him over?
Several times.
No, let me tell you how he killed me the first time. Okay.
Okay.
So it was in that usual spot we go to?
Which
In the
map?
middle of the map between Pochinki and school. That middle
Mhm.
map, those two houses or neighborhoods.
Sure.
So we're in the same house, me and Phil, and then I think Dio died from a grenade, and then this team swarmed us,
Uh-huh.
and apparently I got hit by the grenade too, so I was down, right?
Yeah.
But like, oh Phil, where are you? Oh, I'm upstairs. So I go upstairs. I crawl upstairs because I'm down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, dude, Phil, heal me. All of a sudden, Phil shoots me with this freaking shotgun or whatever. Like, Phil, what are you doing? Help me, dude. So instead of healing me, guy decides to get his first kill by killing his teammate.
Oh dear God! I
And
thought,
then I was like, okay,
God.
I'm done. What the hell is going on?
You know,
And Dio's dying. I'm pretty sure.
he was
honestly,
Yeah,
dying
as
so.
frustrating as that was, it was also funny. I'm not gonna lie.
honestly, I thought I fucked up, but to be fair, mine's complete accident.
Oh,
So
okay. Let me just state it for the fact here. Everything that I did was not accident. Well, some were, but not. But all of them were unintentionally stupid.
ignorant.
Ignorant, yes. Ignorant and stupid, and also churlish.
Very churlish. Well, at least you're honest about it.
Yeah,
So
but still,
and then the next game I killed you with a crossbow, so we're
Yep.
even. Right in the head.
Right in the head. So, but hey,
Still hunting season.
exactly. So, well, that's that. Well, that has it. That has it with me. So, well, I'm looking forward to playing more Fortnite. So both, well, not both here in PS4. Well, PS4, so I can communicate with John Q. Um,
so if you play Fortnite again, will that make it a fit night?
maybe,
Okay.
And
maybe.
depending on what meal he has, it might be a fart night.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay, wait. If it's a fart night, then just don't give me. If you just never ever give me Zippy's chili
Okay.
Or Lou Venos.
or
I'll, I'll,
or
I'll
Lou Buenos.
or Taco Bell.
Okay, yeah, those
Mhm.
those three will now become the trigger weapon of my of the farts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be a pyromaniac if we stick a lighter by your ass.
Mm.
You know. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you with this short story, but back in high school, you guys remember taking one of those like career like these like those weird like career quizzes like where like what career would you
Mhm.
suit or would you kind of land yourself in?
Yeah.
Funny you mentioned that So with all the questions, all the combined questions, and they gave me the score. What is your career in the future? It just so happened to be pyromaniac stuntman.
Like,
Wow,
what?
that's crazy.
I'm
Who
like,
would have thought?
huh? That's it. Then I thought about, huh? That actually sounds pretty fun. So
We should call you Uncle Pyro.
Uncle Pyro, man, jeez, now I'm gonna start buying fireworks from people. Jeez,
Maybe next year.
maybe next year, right? So, but with that being said, Air, take it
All
away
right, let me finish it off, I guess, for my game.
Uncharted 3.
So, Uncharted 3, I'm about halfway. I know, slowly. I really want to finish it already so I can play Uncharted 4 because my brother bought it
Hmm.
for Christmas and haven't even opened it yet. But that's going along just fine. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I've been playing that quite a while. I got you actually, Phil, and Cheryl into it. So once you guys are ready, it's time to
Oh, don't
do.
worry, I'm working on building my machine deck. I've
Okay,
got
how's that going?
so so as far as that goes, I'm pretty much finding like the like one remember that one remember way back
Are you
in
buying packs?
yeah, I'm buying packs.
Okay.
So I'm able to find, luckily I was able to get the X, yeah,
The X version,
no, not
not the Y.
I was only able to
X
find
Dragon
the
Cannon.
yeah, X Dragon Cannon,
Yeah, I
but
had that as a kid.
but I wasn't able to find Y and Z yet, and also I think it's and I'm also trying to get my hands on polymerization.
I don't think you need that for those guys.
Oh, for this one, no, because they oh well,
Because on the XYZ, I remember it said that you don't have to use polymerization. You should special
oh
summon
yeah,
it. I think.
but
So I
also
don't know why it's a fusion card.
yeah, I don't know why, I don't know why it says I need polymerization. I'm like, wait,
Huh. Maybe they
okay.
changed it for the game.
Yeah. So, and
Weird. I
also,
gotta get back.
I'm also trying to find other machine types like Ancient Gears, the Machine King, and
Ooh, love that card.
so right now mainly I'm working on a very tight machine deck. So
Right. Okay. Well, I got a legendary the other day, so I'm happy.
nice.
Or a god card, whatever you want to call it.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Can you guys guess who it is?
Exodia.
Obelisk.
Not
Exodia
Exodia.
card. There's
Huh.
Well,
only three choices for a god card. It's either Obelisk the Tormentor, Winged Dragon of Ra, and Slifer the Sky Dragon.
okay. From those three, who do you get to guess?
Slyther.
Ra.
Nick.
Ra.
Ding ding
Ra.
ding. We got a winner. Phil, good job.
Oh, okay.
It is. Is it Slifer or Slyther? I keep
Slyther.
forgetting.
I think it's Slifer. Slifer, yeah.
Slyther.
Slifer the
Swiping.
Sky Dragon.
But yeah, I got that card. Actually, you get him on level 7. So once you reach that level, you get to fight Merrick,
Mmm.
I think. And
Oh.
if you beat him, you get his Slifer card. So Cheryl got it already. So props to her.
Nice.
She's really killing that game right now.
Damn.
What level are you, Phil?
I'm
Or are you just still trying to make your deck before you?
yeah, I'm still
You know,
trying
start battling.
I'm still trying to make my deck.
Okay, fair enough.
So
But yeah, if you guys want to play Yu-Gi-Oh and duel with us, download it on Steam. It is free. So I know there's a lot of duelists out there that want to live their dream. So live the dream, guys.
yeah, that too. You know, we could really live the dream if um holographs actually exist, or is actually like
Oh man,
like legit holographs.
the holodeck thing.
Yeah,
I wanted that so much as a kid.
like man. But anyways, so but with that being said, write down the ladder to personal achievements from this week and the last. So Nick, in on top of the podcast, now you have some very interesting details in terms of video games and streaming.
Okay, so these are in relation to video games and streaming. I've incidentally created two characters that will be in my Soldier and Spy book with compelling backstories. So, um, pretty much I'm just gonna read like a backstory of each character, which don't worry, it's not all that long. I will start with the survivalist hunter, which is also the same character that I made for those who like stealth, immersion, and sniping and all that stuff. So this is the survivalist hunter, aka the rifleman. The survivalist hunter's name is Chris Cole and was well known as a sniper in the United Federation Calivata Army. No, he is not Chris Kyle from American Sniper, although that is a very good guess. He lived a fairly humble life as an outdoors person, and as being outdoors was something he enjoyed in comparison to most people who either lived in the city or in the suburbs. Namely, he enjoyed going into the woods with a sniper rifle and hunting for game that he could use to either sell pelt furs or even put food on the table with the meat of the animals he hunted. Apart from this, he was also a devout Jew. Though he was no rabbi, which by the way is a priest for Jewish, he displayed a strong sense of faith even when hunting, as he would quietly recite a Torah verse, which by the way, Torah literally means teaching and is actually equivalent to the Old Testament in the Bible, or prayer whenever his eyes was focused through the scope of a gun. So, to cut the very long story short, this guy knows Matt Santos and Suarez Mora, which he worked closely with, during his time in the military with them. So, I'm not going to spoil a lot in how he's supposed to be related to both characters, apart from, his time in the military, but just know he's going to play a vital role somewhere in the story. And,
Right.
yep. And the other one, which I just completed hers, basically, this is also the Pyromaniac. She's really a tragic character, but at the same time a very sociopathic character. So really, what happened to her was the Los Conquistadors went to war with the Yakuza in the Texas Commonwealth, and despite heavy losses, the Conquistadors won. But she was the only survivor of her, crime family, and they decided to, enslave her and do whatever they wanted with her. They did some very sick experiments on her and all that shit, and eventually what happened was she became adapted to this drug that's supposed to enhance a human's abilities, which has an incidental side effect that she actually becomes a cannibal. So after that, the you know the crime boss Suarez was like, you know what? I actually like what she does. She's gonna be my favorite secret weapon. So really, you know how Suarez Mora is codenamed Diablo Daga? You could say this girl is essentially the devil's favorite demon because, she burns people and eats them up. Literally, she literally eats them up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Talk about sociopath. Alright, so for me, I guess, personal achievements. Well, we're still trying to do that PUBG short, which didn't really work out last week because Dio was sick, Christian was sick-ish, and the weather was making everyone sick. So, not the best time to
Wait,
shoot the skit.
last week?
It's not Saturday. We're supposed to shoot the PUBG skit, but the weather didn't. Weather outside is frightful.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Before you get into that, did everyone get their vaccination shots and stuff?
I haven't yet.
I don't think I need to because the only sickness I had was a headache because of fatigue. That's it.
It's funny because in this really tough flu season, because everyone at work is sick also, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm not even close to sick.
Well,
Which
the headache wasn't necessarily terrible, but I could definitely feel it. And I thought, oh man, if I sleep this off, then I should be okay.
So it is
With
very minor. You just needed a
yeah,
nap. Yeah. So yeah, same thing here. I mean, not too big of a big flu, I guess that everyone seems to be having, but guess I'm lucky because I've been immune to a lot of sicknesses.
interesting. Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Yeah. So Phil, road to 205.
Yeah, so I'll take that from there. So, if you recall either this episode or last episode, um, so you guys know that I took in a detour a detour from pretty much working out and stuff and all because my car broke down and I couldn't get to the gym mobily. So yeah, I took the detour. But now that I've been back on that road, um, so I'm happy. I'm pretty happy to see I'm back at 250, which is good. So, but also at the same time, also at the same time, I've been getting into the meal prep game and also kind of taking advice from other people about um, dieting and protein shakes on which one and what to get and stuff. But speaking of meal prep, um, so what I've been doing for meal prep as of late, I've been pretty much been doing a combination of like spinach, turkey meatballs, and tofu. Well, this week same thing, but instead of tofu, I added feta cheese. So I'm looking to mix things around, but also um, I'm also reading this cool little book right here, pretty much the guide to meal prep cookbook. So
Nice.
I'm actually doing some reading on trying to find different types of meal prep, and kind of take some ideas and kind of go from there. So that's that's where I'm looking at for the moment. So pretty happy where I'm standing at. So, but with that being said, anyways, now going into TV sh- TVs, TV shows, videos, online videos, and etc. So, here, take it away. Since what did you call? So, yeah, please do so.
So I don't know if you guys heard, but apparently there's a Snorlax in my house on Saturday night. Uh, yeah, so we decided to have movie night because Gretchen was kept calling us and saying, "Oh, I'm bored. Pick me up, whatever." So okay, fine. We'll have a movie night at my house, and we picked him up. It was around 11 at this time, and as we were driving to Gretchen's house, I saw in the back seat Phil was like, "Mm." He's getting to that zone already, that Twilight zone. I was like, "Oh shit! I hope he doesn't fall asleep." Well, I think he will, but yeah. So we pick her up, go back to my house. We start we start open house, and it's a horror film, kind of like a slasher film, uh, Scream esque. But anyway, 5 minutes in, I hear this, and then Cheryl's in the back. I was like, oh, this, because Cheryl and Gretch were on the couch, right, and me and Phil were on the floor. So Cheryl's like, oh, this couch is really comfy. And I was like, okay, I think she's gonna fall asleep too. But I was like, we're all looking at Phil, and he's like, oh, oh, nice. Oh yeah, for sure. He's just saying random things that applies to the current scene, and it was pretty entertaining. I actually watched you more actually than the movie. I
Oh,
thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, and then so we watched the whole movie. Me and Gretch were kudos to Gretch for staying up with me and watching. So yeah, and right back at you, Phil. And yeah, Cheryl fell asleep. At least she was quiet about it. But like literally the last the last scene of the movie, Phil wakes up like, oh shit, and seriously goes into a major plot line that he the guy dies. Okay, sorry, I know you guys. It's a spoiler, but you probably won't even watch it anyway. But yeah, the guy dies, and then feels like, oh shit, he died, and he goes back to sleep. Literally after that. So you slept through the whole movie
I
and
know.
woke up at the major plot point. I thought it was pretty hilarious.
Honestly, this
We
ain't
need a
this.
pokey flute.
Yeah, right. Honestly, this ain't the first time that this happened.
Right.
If you
Oh
think about
yeah,
it.
that's right. I was kind
So
of. I already knew it was gonna happen. It's like you're yawning and stuff. You had a long day,
yeah.
so
So well, hey, well, you know what? You know what? I can't really defend myself other than saying, "Oops, my bad for falling asleep." So,
yeah, it's all good. Yeah. Honestly, I was falling asleep too, but your snoring kept me up.
oh Jesus,
Ironically.
man, that could have gone a whole different direction. But
If you don't believe me, ask Christian.
yep, and thank you. And I was trying to look at Snapchat the next day, like, okay, did you fuckers
No, we wouldn't do that to you. Come on.
you? I know you fuckers would. I
We
know you
wouldn't do
would.
that to you. It was a private snap. Anyway.
That. So so that
So yeah, tell us what movie you were watching there.
so well, I was just doing a good old fashioned classic throwback because you just so happen to we just so pretty much watching other guys the entire movie, you know from what because watching the one clip that we pretty much emulated the fall,
Mm.
which you can also see here on Panoramic Gaming if you just go ahead and look up in our recent videos, the fall, and pretty much emulated the exact scene where uh, Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Samuel L. Jackson, they pretty much are chasing bad guys. They go on top of the tower and they pretty much just aim for the bushes. So, but yeah, so um, I ended up pretty much just watching the movie and stuff. Um, so there's that, but um, in terms of everything else that I haven't really been watching much. So I really gotta I really gotta catch up on a lot of things. So, but that's in for me. Nick, what's going on in the TV shows, movies, online videos in your area?
I don't really have a lot right now with TV videos, online videos, etc. But I did manage to come across this advertisement of a very particularly interesting game you guys might have heard about. So, who's ever heard of Rules of Survival?
Not too familiar, but go on.
I will not say anything about it because once you guys take a look at this game like right now, I'm not asking you guys to play it. Just look it up, and you will see that you'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" No, seriously, just look it up. Don't download it. Don't play it. Just look it up on the internet or whatever. You're gonna see why this game is just absolutely hysterical at hindsight to me right now.
Hmm, nice. Okay. Right on. Right on, then. Okay. Well,
All right.
so that being said, so daily, so really quick on daily happenings. So, last, yeah, pretty much last Friday, as so I pretty much went fishing with my coworkers, which they were so nice of them to pretty much invite me. So sorry, I won't have time to just throw a photo up here. So here, I will just throw this photo just like that. There's the photo of yeah.
Aww.
Honestly, this is
So
actually
cute.
I know, right? Actually, that's like one of those rare opportunities that uh when coworkers at
Yeah, yes, do that then.
yeah.
No, I
So
mean I should just show it to you guys on the screen what I was talking about earlier.
oh s-
But Phil, you were saying?
yeah. Well, to finish my point, I think it was a pretty fun opportunity to actually hang out with coworkers you know just to take the invitation for fun, and plus again I had to make use of my gift. thanks to Mr. J. Manu Rivera, Fishmaster.
Hmm.
So, but anyways, that's in the daily happenings for me. So, being said that, back back at it, going right into talk about topics. But actually, before I do that, Nick, did you want to finish your point on what you're trying to show?
Yeah. So there's this game that's absolutely hysterical at hindsight, especially if you already play the real game. So this is Rules of Survival.
It's a
Rule
parody
of
of PUBG.
it's not a parody. It's an exact copy of PUBG. I'm not kidding. For those guys who are way too broke to actually buy PUBG, which by the way is me, this would
Where
be
you
a
should bought
good
it though.
alternative. I didn't download this game, but anyway, I'm not looking to download this game anytime soon. It's just something I saw that I was absolutely hysterical. I'm like, who the hell thought of this?
Obviously, people that like you said, you can't afford PUBG. So the poor man's PUBG, I guess.
I guess, but still, it's hysterical,
It's funny that they copied it. Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So, well,
But I'm sticking to PUBG. I'm good.
hmm, righty on then. Okay, cool. So, moving on to our next segment. So we have talked about topics. Is there a topic that you guys would like to tiptoe your tiptoe your toes in water?
Man, I don't have any good ones this week.
Oh, no good
Forgot to
ones.
list them.
Okay. What about you, Nick?
Um, no, I don't think so.
Mm, Okay, let me see if I can think of something. Or actually, audience.
I do have a pun that I just found on my photos recently.
Okay.
We did a pun hour.
Oh yeah.
No. It's just one pun that I found.
Okay.
Um,
One
Singing in the shower is all fun and games until you get shampoo in your mouth. Then it just becomes a soap opera.
Uh,
Yeah.
Wait. Rewind. One more time.
Okay.
break it down.
Singing in the shower is all fun and games until you get shampoo in your mouth. Then it just becomes a soap opera.
Okay.
Okay.
Smart. Okay.
Soap opera. I get
Not
it.
necessarily funny, but very clever.
Hmm.
Indeed. Well,
Soap opera.
so, well, so since there's no since there's no talk about topics, so as you recalled about this other segment that pretty much I pretty much gave it a name. So pretty much it's called pitch a sketch. So you guys remember I pitched the idea of the PUBG Moke parody skit. So I want I'm gonna leave it to either you, Air, or Nick to randomly go ahead and pitch a sketch. Pitch a sketch in any way, shape, form possible, whatever is in the creation corners of your mind, and just go ahead, pitch it out. No matter how awesome or ridiculous it sounds, pitch it.
I don't have a sketch right off the top of my head, but I do still want to finish DM2 or the
Mm,
sequel to DM.
okay.
So I think that's next for me.
Okay. All right. Um, and Nick, is there something that you wanna pitch to us? Something from the creation corners of your mind.
No, but I am pretty interested in starting that PUBG parody skit. You know, a slipper being a deflective weapon somehow. And
Yeah.
I was thinking, the pun isher could make another special appearance on this one.
Mm.
Okay.
Just a thought to consider. I'm not really saying, dude, you got to do it. Come on. I'm not gonna say that. It's just something to maybe we could do that. Maybe.
Okay, but since you brought it up, Nick, how would you go about doing the sequel?
Well, I
Idea.
was thinking, the premise of the story is like, the Punisher is out and about trying to hunt, you know, people in the game of PUBG. Of course, not realistically, but in PUBG, a player just so happens to be just like the Punisher, and he finally meets with those guys. He tries to take aim at the guy with a slipper, and lo and behold, even the Punisher is shocked to his core. That
Mm.
slipper is deflecting bullets, and he's like, "I'm out," and then uh, chicken out, something like that. And then your team wins, goes winner, winner, chicken dinner, all because I opted out because I don't want to face a deflective slipper.
Yeah, that's pretty OP.
That's a very OP super. So, well, I guess with that being said, since I don't think there's anything else left for in terms of this in terms of going on. So, being said that, um, shall we wrap it up in
Au revoir.
wrap it up like a burrito and
Oh, sounds good.
wrap it.
Literally.
Yep. Alrighty. All right. Well, hey guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Panoramic Podcast live here every Monday on Panoramic Gaming, and you can always make sure you hit the subscribe button to Panoramic Gaming, and also to our main channel, Panoramic TV, for more content. And if you guys have any more ideas, or if you guys want to see something new, something woken here on either channel, let us know. Hit us up in the DM.
Oh, and one more thing. For people that are probably wondering why we started earlier this week. Well, from now on, I want to start the podcast a little earlier, maybe around 8:30 ish, just so we can be more efficient with our time.
Sure.
So
Well,
yeah, I just want to put that out.
you heard that here. You heard
So
that here,
from 9 o'clock,
folks.
we're gonna be doing 8 to 8:30 ish. So
Yep. So we're gonna. So that's the I guess new resolution goal line is to pretty much start earlier, and we can and we
be more
can
efficient. Yeah.
and we can be a little bit more efficient on time. So with that being said, thank you, gentlemen. I will see you guys later on Discord.
See you on Discord.
Yep. And for those watching, thank you so much. We will see you guys next week. So goodbye and
Right.
mwah, good night. Bye guys.
See you in a few minutes.
All right.